This episode is brought to you by Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+. Rated TV MALV. Viewer discretion advised. Maya Lopez has betrayed her mentor, the notorious Kingpin. Now on the run, she returns to her hometown to prepare for the biggest fight of her life. Don't miss Marvel Studios' hardest-hitting series yet. An epic 5-episode event. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows, but also bonus episodes each month. But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
Because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
It's Patreon time.
Dun,
Exclusive
dun, dun.
just for you. Caroline has some shabusiness business.
Oh, I got a little shabusiness. Or as she is known as her born name, Taylor Denise Coronado.
Oh, where'd shabusiness come from?
She made that shit up, girl.
Oh.
Her boyfriend, her husband, his name was like Shaw something, and then they just created shabusiness.
I mean, I guess Phoebe made up her name. Something banana hammock, right? From Friends. Or Karen had Anastasia Beaverhausen.
Anastasia Beaverhausen. Yes, that's basically what is happening.
Okay.
So I'm going to go... This is how we're going to do this. I'm going to explain to you the criminal complaint. So the reason why what she's charged and all the stuff that they have accused her of.
Okay.
Currently, right now, as we record this, they are in trial. And the next episode, we'll come back and I'll then go and talk about the outcome of the trial and clarify any of the details that may have been left out of this complaint.
So you're going to be in court for a little bit.
No, she's not. It's gonna be over today. Oh. It's like only been a week because it's so obvious.
Okay.
So Taylor Shabusiness, and this is kind of technical because it's based on like what the it's coming from the attorney's office, and it's like the actual count 1, first degree intentional homicide, repeater. So just get ready. So it says that the Taylor Shabusiness did cause the death of the victim with the intent to kill that person. So she's charged with first-degree intentional homicide. And it's called a repeater because she's had prior convictions. She's had either a battery conviction, a robbery, just other crimes that she's been convicted of.
So you're going to actually tell us like what,
Yes.
like the story or like at least how the article came out? Because I don't think I know it all. I just know she's Wisconsin.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got you. So the first count, first degree intentional homicide. Second count is mutilating a corpse. So she is charged. These are what she's charged with.
Okay.
Dismembering a corpse with the intent to conceal a crime. Okay. And then the third charge is third degree sexual assault, because she did have sexual intercourse with the victim without the person's consent. I will tell you about this. I will tell you more about this. So this is in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Which, you know, everything happens in Wisconsin. People get dismembered.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you. And so the complainant says these are the statements of Taylor Schabusiness. She has actually confessed to everything and went and explained everything. So
I love those.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I've watched the whole thing. On February 23rd, 2022, around 3:25 a.m., officer was dispatched to her to a residence. It wasn't her house in Green Bay. For a report of a severed head being found in a bucket in a basement. And once it was a phone call from Tara Packernack, I think was her name, and this is the victim's mother.
Oh, no.
So mama found head in a bucket.
And where was it again?
In Wisconsin. I mean, in Green Bay.
Well, but where? In
the basement. In a house in their basement.
Okay.
In their basement. And so the officers come to they call the police. Her and her boyfriend, mama and the boyfriend, call, and they're like, I think there's a head in a bucket. And they're like, what do you mean you think? And he's like, I don't freaking know. It's 3:30 in the morning, and it just looks like hair, and I don't know. I just you can only imagine. So officers come in. Once they reach the bottom of the stairs, one of the officers observed a plastic bucket on the floor, black bucket, and a towel over the bucket. He lifted the towel, and he observed a human head inside of the bucket. He looked around the room. Dried blood was all over the room. Dried blood on a mattress nearby. So then another officer is called out there, and they're talking, and they're like, okay, who has been in the house? Like, they're talking to the parents. They're like, who has been here? And they're like, well, this girl that he was friends with, Taylor Schabusiness, was here. Oh, well, where does she live? So then one officer goes out to where she lives at some East Side apartments, and then the other officer is at the home. So they're communicating back and forth, figuring out what's going on. And all of this happens so quickly. Okay.
Do they have their police camera footage on?
Yes.
So that will eventually be released.
It is released.
Okay.
I did see the body worn footage of them going downstairs to find the bucket, to look in the bucket. Of course, they don't show what's in the bucket, although I did kind of want to see the bucket. It's because I'm real weird. So they got the information. They made the identification. Taylor Schabusiness, who was the last one that was seen with the victim, and they found out where she lived. So there was also a van that was associated with Schabusiness. So officers go, and they go to the address where the apartment is, where Schabusiness is supposed to be living, and they start inspecting this van. And they're like looking with their flashlights, looking in the van. And then they see Schabusiness come out of this apartment. And they were like, she stopped, and the officers went up to her, and they said that she had on a black she had on a sweatshirt, black sweatpants, hoodie, because it's Wisconsin, it's February, it's snowing, it's freezing. Yeah. So they noticed dried blood on her sweatshirt, and that she had blood on her hands and blood on the pants, and it seemed that there was blood smeared just on the back of her sweat. I mean, just blood, dried blood everywhere, all over her. She obviously did not do any washing off of anything. So then they're like, okay.
And it's dried, so it's been there for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been there for a bit. How do I open my comment? And so they then were like, okay, we're gonna put you under arrest. So they arrest her, and they go and they try to get the warrant for the arrest. Blah blah blah, and this officer is communicating with the officers at the house, and they're like, okay, we have her, and then they're like talking to her, and they're like, we need to search this van because this is the van that she had drove out from the house to the apartment. Mom at home, who found the head in the bucket, was like, well, I woke up because our storm door slammed closed, and it woke me up. I don't have a storm door, so apparently if you live up in the north, you have this, and it's super loud, I guess. Okay. And apparently it's slammed closed. So that's what woke her up. She noticed the light was on, so she goes downstairs into the basement. And that's where she sees this random bucket that it's not familiar, and it's a blanket on it. So she looks at it, and she's like, well, I know that Taylor did drive this van, and then I noticed that the van wasn't here. So then they go and they find the van. They're looking through the van, and in the rear passenger seat behind the driver's seat was a crock pot box.
Okay, just the box.
Just the box.
Okay.
Just the box. And the box was on top of a laundry basket of clothes. And inside the box was additional body parts.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Including legs. And a foot.
That's a big old box.
Big old box. So they reported that they have this human head in the bucket in this basement. And not only did they have the human head, upon further observation, there were several knives in the bucket. I think 3 knives. There was a lot of fluid. Oh. And there was another head.
What?
But not another head from the top. It's the... That's the second head.
Oh, no.
The penile head.
The penis.
A male
Just
organ.
The head.
2 heads in a bucket in a basement.
Where's the rest of the penis?
The balls?
Well, I mean, as you said, was it just the tip, or is it the whole penis?
No, it's the whole organ. It's the male organ.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
visualizing
You're
this.
right. Yeah, you're right. So we got the knives, we got the head, we got the whole thing.
Oh, gosh.
And the knives that were used. Okay, so we have those knives. Then there was additional bags that were found in the basement. 2 plastic shopping bags. 3 more knives. So now we have 6 knives. One of them was a bread knife. And apparently the bread knife was the best knife to use because it has the serrated blades. Okay. So then there's a storage tote, and that's where the torso was located.
Storage tote, and this is in the basement.
In the basement. So you got the bucket in the basement, you got the plastic bags in the basement, and you got the storage tote in the basement, all with different parts of the body.
I hate her already.
So the upper torso had numerous rigid cuts at the site of where the head was removed, consistent with the separation, the serratedness of the head. So basically, it was
jagged.
The jagged edges from the removal of the head and the torso were matched. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
All right, if you love smoothies or if you love your protein in the morning, you need to get you a Blend Jet. You can do that if going to blendjet.com. If you enter the code BHH12, you get a discount. And let me tell you, these things are portable. They are easy to use. They can fit in your cup holder. You can have it at home or you can have it in your office like I do. Right this morning, I had my blueberry banana one.
How was
with
it?
some chia seed.
Wasn't chunky or anything?
It was very smooth. when I have it in my shaker, it is a little chunky. So this is a great alternative.
I love it.
It is battery powered, so all you have to do is plug it in every 2 weeks, and the battery never runs down.
Oh my gosh, I love battery powered things.
Go to BlendJets and order you a BlendJet and get a discount.
Thanks, April, for sharing.
Did you know you could be putting oil and chemicals in your coffee? I love coffee creamer, but I don't think I've ever turned the bottle around to actually see what's inside. When I did, I found out many of my favorite creamers contain ingredients I would never intentionally add to my coffee cup, like canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, ew, and artificial flavors. Laird Superfood all started when big wave surfer Laird Hamilton needed morning fuel that could allow him to spend the entire day chasing the ultimate wave. He couldn't find anything in the market that met his ingredient standards, so made himself the ultimate plant-based creamer. Laird Superfood started and launched its first product, Original Superfood Creamer, in 2015. Laird Superfoods contain no artificial flavors, colors, or additives, and no sugars from highly refined corn syrup. All Laird products are sustainably sourced and thoroughly tested to ensure that you're incorporating the cleanest, finest fuel into your routine. All Laird products are also made of all-natural whole food ingredients, and they are crafted from the highest quality all-natural real food ingredients. Are you ready to feel more energized, focused, and supported? Go to lairdsuperfood.com and add nourishing plant-based foods to fuel you from sunrise to sunset. Use our promo code BOO at checkout to save 15% off your purchase today.
Well, apparently, maybe this will. Oh yeah, this. Yeah. So, kitchen knife was what was used for that. There's several internal organs that were found. Also located, a significant amount of blood was on the top of the like a mattress top of the mattress. So
was this his room? Was this basement his room?
So he didn't. I don't know if he. Parents said he did not live there, but that he would come home to do like laundry and stuff.
Okay.
And by the way, did I mention she was married?
Taylor Shabbusiness is married to somebody else?
Yeah. And
But not to this guy.
No, but her husband's in jail.
Oh, God.
But this was after they had their baby.
Oh, she just had a baby.
In 2020.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's got her life together.
Yeah. And I'm giving you just the pieces. I'm giving you the bits.
Oh, my God.
And then it all come together the next episode. But listen, these are good bits. So apparently what had happened was she had him on the mattress and she had the bucket on the floor next to the mattress. And you know where I'm going with this.
She put his head over the edge.
Yep. Sawed it off right into the bucket.
With a butter knife.
Bread
knife. Wait.
Okay.
What's a bread knife?
Okay, I did the same thing because I was thinking a bread knife was the one that I have in the drawer, like the small, normal silver one. A bread knife is a little longer, and it's like the serrated edges.
All the way.
Yeah.
Like a steak knife, maybe?
But it's long.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be better. I'm picturing a butter knife.
Look up, because there's even pictures on, yeah. So there was blood on the concrete surface next to and under this bed and near the bed, and then there was evidence of some drug use on the entertainment center, including a glass pipe and a gym bag.
Meth.
Containing light-colored powder material. Also was evidence of blood around a stand-up shower located in a portion of the basement, which appeared to have numerous blood drops visible on the floor. Did I say a shower? Did I say there was a shower? Yeah, stand-up shower. And it was like partially wiped and washed away. So that's where she kind of drained a lot of the blood, was in that shower. So...
how is there even a trial?
Because she's pleading
Insanity.
not guilty by reason of insanity or mental defect or
temporary.
No, it's just there's different in different states they call it different stuff.
Defect.
But that's what they're they did a hearing they did the trial on whether she's guilty or not, and then they had a separate one on whether she is insane or not. But they found her guilty. Anyway, I'll tell you that next story. So they find information. Okay, the blah, 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 blah. They find all this stuff in the basement. And then, let's see, February 23rd, which is the next day, okay. So this is what happened. Sometime on February 22nd, the victim and Shabusiness came to the home. They went downstairs. They went into the basement, and the guy's name is Shad, S-H-A-D, Shad Therion. So they were in the basement all day. They were just friends. They were never like dating, like nothing. They were just like drug buddies. So apparently between 2:30 and 3:30 that morning is whenever she was mom was woken up by the door that was slammed. She heard the vehicle. The vehicle left. She got out of bed. She goes check the basement. That's when she finds this. I've already told you all this. So then they find Shabusiness. They arrest her and find some cuts on her left. She has a cut on her left thumb. She has scratches on her arms, and she says that some of the scratches were self-inflicted. They noticed stains on her skin, red stains, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, obviously, she's literally caught red-handed. They get her into the question. I guess they interview her, question her, they advise her of her rights, and they start asking her questions because, well, first of all, what you should never do is answer any questions.
But she
does. So they were like, well, a few hours ago, we found a head in a bucket. And Shabusiness responds, and she was like, yeah, that was pretty fucked up. They asked if she knew the victim. She said she did. And they confirmed where she lived, and they talked about whose van it was, and this was her roommate's van.
Oh, no.
Not even her van.
No.
So she took her roommate's van to go do drugs with this. Just wait. So, of course, the roommate said, no, you can't use my van. She used it anyway.
Okay.
So then they asked, because at this point, they don't know where the rest of the body, because they just found the head. They had not located the rest of the body. So they start asking her, where's the rest of the body? Like I guess they had just found the head. They had just got her, because they're communicating back and forth. So then these detectives are like, okay, let's see what she knows. So they're asking her what's happening. Like, what do you know kind of thing. And so they ask her, where's the rest of the body? She said it was in the basement. They're like, well, what happened? And she's like, that's a good question. She's like, because I blacked out.
Is this all recorded? Like it's all footage that
yes. She says she blacked out, that it was just her and Shad in the basement, and that nobody else was there. Nobody else came down. Nobody else was ever in there.
Confession.
So damn, there you go. Okay, easy. That's pretty easy. She said that her and the victim, were smoking the bitch.
What is that? The white bitch. Nope.
Nope, that's called white girl.
Oh.
But the bitch apparently is meth.
Oh.
So she had to clarify, because they're like, okay, what's the bitch? And she was like, oh, it's referring to methamphetamine. Okay, so meth. Okay. So then Shabusiness then stated that the victim had a chain around his neck, because they were doing some like sex play. They were doing little let me choke you kind of thing, right? So apparently this strangulation was part of their like sex act, BDSM. But unfortunately, she had said that they had done this in the past. I guess so they just like
FWB, Friends with Benefits.
Yeah. Apparently they would drugs and sex stuff.
Okay.
It's normal.
I never knew if meth was a sexual drug.
Well, they didn't just do meth.
All the things combined is a sexual drug, maybe.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I'm your puzzle pal, and I'm going to tell you about my latest obsession, Wongo puzzles. These things are the real deal, folks. They're high quality, handcrafted, and perfect for anyone who loves a good challenge but doesn't want to dedicate their entire kitchen table to puzzles for a week. Trust me, I've been there. I might still be there. But I got one of these actually for Christmas. I loved it. I did it, and I was so proud of myself. And they have all these cool designs, and you need to go to wongopuzzles.com and use our discount, BHH. You get 10% off, and I really want to know if you'll order one of these puzzles, what'd you think about it? Because it's so fun, and I need to order like 5.
Cure hydration. If you are obsessed with your hydration like I am, this may be something good for you. This is something that is so easy. Forget about the Gatorade. That just dehydrates you even more. And if you don't like the taste of coconut water, try Cure Hydration. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. This is vegan. It's no added sugars. It's just a little packet you could put in your water. Or if you're really smart during happy hour, you could put it into your Tito's. It is just as effective as an IV drip. And if you do not like the taste of water, it's not as boring as water, not as sugary as the sports drink. And if you're an athlete, it'll give you the best performance. Or if you just get brain fog or headaches because you do not stay hydrated.
Brain frog?
Brain fog. The solution is Cure Hydration. So go to that link, enter the code. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. Cure Hydration.
So then they question her, and they're talking to her about this van, and they're like, well, like, they asked if the victim had contact with anybody when she got back. They asked about if she had talked to anybody when she got back to her apartment or whatever. And then they say that Taylor randomly just mentions and just makes a statement, and she's like, damn, I forgot the head. I can't believe I left the head though. So and more. But and the rest of the body.
Yes.
So I guess she didn't mean to leave the head in the bucket. She meant to take it with her in the box. I don't know. Then she finally tells them that she said that they were like, when they're asking her where's the rest of the body, she says, you're going to have fun trying to find all of the organs.
Oh, shit.
And that's when she told them that they were all in the basement. And she was like, there should be a foot or a leg in the minivan. Like, she didn't even really know.
Remember.
No, she just...
Well, and it's like she had it stored and packed up like she was going to take it with her. That's what I wanted to know. Like, did she intend on taking it with her? Maybe she's making multiple trips. Or did she leave it right there at the bottom of the stairs for somebody to come down and find? Like, was that purposeful?
I feel like it wasn't purposeful.
Okay.
I don't know. So they asked her how she dismembered the body. And she said that she used knives that she got from the kitchen at the place that she was staying in the basement house.
So that's his mama's house?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And she said that she was like, the bread knife worked the best because of the serrated blade. But she said that all the knives should be in a black bag along with some other body parts in the basement. And she said she would use whatever bags that she found in the basement to put the body parts into. And she also made a comment that at one point she did get paranoid and that she did get lazy because she thought it was the dope that was making her paranoid. So
Meth does that.
Then she described...
Not the fact that she was killing somebody. That didn't make her paranoid.
Yeah. So then she was like, well, actually, we both had chains. So they both had chains around their necks, right? They were both doing this thing. And one for him, one for her. She said, it says, Shabusiness described the chains at the time being chain link and silver. So they're like the dog chains that tighten when you pull it, right? Mm. And so she said that they're like a dog collar, and she just went crazy. She referred to strangling him, and then at one point she said she could feel the victim's heart beating still as she's choking him, but she just kept on pulling, and she kept on choking him harder, but he wouldn't die, and he just kept rebuilding muscle. What? She did not know at what point he was not alive anymore, but she said that his face turned purple, blood is coming out of his mouth, but she still didn't stop. And the detective was like, well, why? Like, why? Asked, like, what did she do? Like, why didn't you stop? And she was like, I just couldn't. And then she said, what did you do after he died? And she said that she just played with him for a few hours. So
she got off on this.
She sucked his penis, and she had a dildo that she also put in his mouth, and then she put it in his ass.
Oh my God. Never go to Wisconsin. Even if you're going to visit Jeffrey Dahmer's house. I'm not going now.
She said...
Or never do meth in Wisconsin.
That they picked up drugs, and then that's when they went, and there was this other friend that went with them, but then I don't know what happened with the other friend. He testified, and he was dumb as a doornail. I don't know. But what they did was they smoked weed, and then her and Shad did meth. The friend left, and then they shot each other up with trazodone.
What is that? What's trazodone?
Trazodone is like a sedative. I think it's like
a horse tranquilizer.
This little note thing. It's like a painkiller or a antidepressant.
What?
But I didn't know you could shoot up trazodone
in a needle.
Yeah, trazodone is for depression. I mean, it's for depression.
Okay.
Makes you drowsy. Yeah.
This obviously is not a good drug cocktail.
Nope. And then, let's see. Choke. Yep. So then she basically just goes on to describe like kind of what happened. He's laying face down on the bed, and then she's pulling the chain. She couldn't stop. He starts coughing up blood. She waited for him to die. She's playing with him. She said she already got this far and that she liked it. And she just didn't stop. So it took about 3 to 5 minutes for him to die. And then she just wanted to see what happened. She said she blacked out while she was choking him. But then she woke up and he was purple, and then she kept doing it.
Oh.
So
twice.
The insanity claim is
she blacked out.
She could have not known what she was doing, but then she continued to do it. So she then knew what she was doing because she just kept doing it. And then she continued to just chop him up. And she enjoyed choking him. And then she asked the detectives if they knew what it was like to love something so much that you kill it.
What?
So after 2 to 3 hours of playing with him and dildos and penises, and this was, so let's say this happened on like a Tuesday, and then all day Wednesday she spent cutting him up.
Okay.
And then like that Thursday is when she like left. So she would go upstairs.
Where were the parents?
They were just up there. I guess they just thought they were hanging out. They don't. I think that they didn't know if they had come and gone, or they just didn't pay attention. I mean, I'm sure they didn't think that she was chopping him up.
Wow.
So she had killed him, but she kept going. That's why she kept going back upstairs to get another knife, and a different knife, and a different knife. And then she asked the stepdad, because it's his stepdad that lived there, which was it was the mom's boyfriend. She asked the mom's boyfriend for his glasses, like his readers.
Why?
I don't know. He testified to that and was like, she asked me for my readers. I just know that I just thought they were just down there. I don't know why. I just was like, yeah, you can. I don't know why she needed the glasses. Maybe she couldn't see clearly.
I always thought it'd be cool to have a basement, but I just changed my mind.
So, Yeah. And just like you said, pulled him to the edge. We talked about that. So that is
part 1.
That is it. That is basically what happened. And then we can go more into the outcome and what the verdict and all this stuff is. But that is.
How old are they? Are they young?
24. She's 24.
Oh,
she's
gosh.
currently 25 going on 57 because she looks like she
shit.
does look like a 45-year-old meth addict in there. And her, oh God, I mean, it's just, she has no, well.
Was she like a full-time drugger or was she?
Well, that's what I'm saying. In the next episode,
Okay.
I'll go into that because I'll tell you about her. I'll tell you about her marriage, her baby, her life, because there's issues with her mom, there's issues with her dad, and
Is it gonna make us feel sorry for her though?
I mean, it's just I don't think she ever had a chance, but you didn't have to chop him up.
No.
And yeah, apparently like she got started with meth because of the guy that was her husband and like all this stuff, but she was rough in high school.
Oh gosh.
So this is just the complaint and what happened, but I'll go into the rest of it.
That was juicy.
This is just a little bit of, this was all the juicy bits.
Shall we call her Jeffrey Dahmer's sister?
Oh, yeah. And also, she did a lot of Googling on Jeffrey Dahmer, including Jeffrey Dahmer's butt.
That day? Or in
Just
the days leading?
Over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't look at my Google history.
Oh. I'm like, there's no, if I ever commit a crime, like you can't even include my Google search history because it's just, no.
That's the first thing we'll tell the lawyer.
Yeah,
I need you
like,
to get my Google history.
The last thing
thrown
you
out.
do not need to count is my search history. Yep.
Oh my goodness, that was good. Patreon, that was just for you.
Yep.
All right.
Penis in a bucket.
Can't wait till part 2 of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good stuff. Business. She ain't got no business.
No, she got no business at all.
No business. All right, we will see y'all next time. Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always use a bread knife.
Always use.
Everybody has a story worth telling. I'm Corey Duncan. On Best Story Ever, I take guests that you know through their most unique and captivating stories. The best part? I hear the story for the first time when you do. Everyone has a story. What's yours? Find Best Story Ever on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hola, yo soy Jackie.
Y yo soy Jessica.
Y esto es Zona del Crimen. Un podcast donde hablaremos sobre casos de crímenes reales
Y eventos impactantes que han quedado marcados a través del tiempo. Recuerden que nos pueden seguir en Facebook, Instagram
o donde escuches tus podcasts favoritos.
Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany. And we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. For sure. You can find us on Instagram at bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it.
It's
because I don't like reading.
Girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything.
Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on RogueMediaNetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.